This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
I'll tell you what, I like Adrien Broner, but he's a damn fool. He really is. Anyway, he has rejected Eddie Hearn, and he's not a fool for rejecting Eddie Hearn. It's the offer that was there with guaranteed 3 fights over a 12-month period, with the first fight in September for $2 million, second fight in March of 2019, obviously, $2.25 million, and then September of next year, $2.5 million. Now, obviously, all this will be dependent on the opponent, right? It's not like he's going to be getting $2.5 million for a world title shot. Obviously, he's going to get more than that, right? But let's be real about Adrien Broner. Okay, as I said, I like him. He's a good character and everything, but he lost to Mikey Garcia, and now he's just had a draw with Jesse Vargas. And how well has he been doing recently in recent times? Who's offering him big money? You're broke. Everybody knows Adrien Broner is broke, and you've got a guaranteed purse here of just under $7 million. And he says, well, it's a worse one than what Rock Nation did. Yeah, but Rock Nation did that when you were popular. Okay? Now, you're not exactly on a winning streak, are you? That's ridiculous, really. Now, for me, when it was first announced that Eddie Hearn would be going to America, you guys would have seen the video, and I pulled out a bunch of names that I thought Eddie Hearn should go after, and Adrien Broner was one of them. And it's like I said to you guys, I wasn't keen on Adrien Broner because he comes with a lot of baggage. Missing weight, always in trouble, and just acts a complete diva. So I never really wanted him part of the Matchroom Boxing, but obviously Eddie Hearn does. So, that's what's really important, I suppose. But the thing is, while he's very, very popular over in America. Here, not so much, but we know who he is. Okay, of course, a lot of people would like him to fight, say, Amir Khan. That would be a great fight. But you've turned... Really, how much money are you going to get? Now, we all know that you're having to go up to Floyd Mayweather and Al Heyman asking for loans. You've got guaranteed money here. Obviously, each fight will be dependent on who your opponent is, right? That's crazy. Not only that, there'll be a good opportunity for you to fight in the UK. Now, of course, he does have his own promotional company, AB Promotions, which is about billions. You ain't ever making $1 billion. First of all, you turned down a crazy offer from Rock Nation, giving him the old finger and whatever. And within that time, he hasn't earned even a quarter of what he was offered. So his stock has gone way, way down. And here comes Eddie Hearn offering you a guaranteed sum. How much money are you going to make for your next fight? Bearing in mind, you've come off a loss and a draw. You haven't won in how long? And your performances are nothing short of gash, and you're always in trouble. Al Heyman would love nothing more than to shirk you off, really. And not only that, you're being disrespectful by, first of all, putting it out on social media. But of course, me and other people, we would appreciate that, of course, purely because we know what's going on rather than speculation. So at least it's facts. Okay, so I can't knock him for that. But to give Eddie Hearn the finger after then, listen, man, you deserve to be broke. Okay, you're going to end up going to prison the way that you're going. People just not interested in you anymore. People are nostalgic with you because you were once tipped to be, who knows, maybe Floyd Mayweather's replacement. But then you start acting the prat, would be as close to it as I can possibly get. Now, I'm glad that he's not going to be part of Matchroom. I'm sure Eddie Hearn is not glad about it at all. But for me, I am. As I said, a month ago, when we were doing speculation as to what the announcement could be, there was possibility that there could be signings. And of course, Adrien Broner was one of them, as I said. And I wasn't keen on the idea of Adrien Broner. I really wasn't. Because as I said, he comes with too much baggage, he's too unreliable. But Eddie Hearn has made him a very good offer. Maybe, anyway, maybe it's a lowball offer. I don't know how much Adrien Broner gets. No idea. But what we do know is his stock has gone down dramatically. It really has. I thought he was mad for turning down Rock Nation originally, and we were proved right. And I think he's mad for Not necessarily turning this offer down, but to be rude about it. I mean, what he could have done was went back with some questions, say, listen, I think I'm worth a little bit more because this is what I currently get, and maybe negotiate something. That's what a smart businessman does. You don't just flatly turn it down, do you? But anyway, for me, as I said, I'd have been okay with him signing with Matchroom. Of course I would have been, but I think just a disrespect, I think he can sit over there and rot. Floyd Mayweather wants nothing to do with you. Al Heyman is probably sick to death of you, always asking for loans. You keep talking about money and money and money, but yet you can't even support your own kids. Why? Because you're broke. Because you wax money like it's going out of fashion. People shouldn't offer Adrien Broner nothing. Let him sit on the shelf. Don't do anything with him. Really, they shouldn't. But anyway, I mean, it is funny the way that he's done it. That's for sure. And it's good that he kind of started off like a little bit polite, hi Eddie, thanks very much for the offer and da-da-da. But then he said that he offered me less than Rock Nation. Well, of course he offered you less than Rock Nation. If Rock Nation was to come back in for you, guess what? They wouldn't offer you anywhere near it. You had the opportunity to earn millions. Was it like $40 million or something? He hasn't even earned a quarter of that since that offer. Not even a quarter of it. And he's already had the number of fights that they offered him. You are not a smart businessman. No wonder you're always broke. Really. Absolutely shameful. It really, really is. But anyway, let him sit on the shelf. As I said, people aren't that interested in you anymore. You've got like a hardcore fan base, and that's great. But again, people are just hoping you're going to go back to how you once was. But we know that ain't going to happen. You've turned down nearly $7 million. You could have got more if you'd have got a world title shot within then. But as of right now, you don't deserve a world title shot. You don't, really. You don't. Are you going to enter the 140-pound World Boxing Super Series with the other guys? Of course you won't, because you seem to think that you're some kind of big superstar, that you're above it all. Your stock has gone down, boy. Way, way down. Everybody in America knows it. We know it here in the UK. We know you're broke. We know you can't breathe and live without Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd Mayweather is probably sick of you. Al Heyman always asking him for a loan. So when it comes round to payday for you actually fighting and getting a payday, you're just paying back a lot of the money and then going back to him for a loan again. We know this is happening. What an idiot. What an absolute fool. But anyway, as I said, he's not a fool for turning down this amount of money. If he believes he's worth more, then you know what, he believes he's worth more. And you negotiate. What you don't do is just end it right there. And I'm pretty sure the last thing that Eddie Hearn wants to do is increase his offer. He'd be stupid to. He's just disrespected Eddie Hearn. The same with Rock Nation. Why would Rock Nation want to go back to him? They wouldn't want to, would they? He's a very, very disrespectful guy. He's a very rude guy. Always out of control. He's got that little man complex is what it is. He's got a big chip on his shoulder. Thinks he's bigger than what he is. You're not, man. You were crying not so long ago talking about committing suicide. And yet you turn your back on Floyd Mayweather and insult him. And then you go back to him. Oh, Floyd, hey, man. You're an absolute joke, really. An absolute joke. As I said, I didn't even want Eddie Hearn to even make an offer for him. But, this is Matchroom Boxing USA. It's not, so it doesn't really affect me either way. Not that it affects me anyway, of course. But, I don't know, for me, I think there's bigger and better investments out there. Mikey Garcia is a quality investment, right? And at least when Mikey Garcia turned down Eddie Hearn's original offer, he was polite about it. He didn't say what it was. He just said, listen, you offer me around about the same as what I'm getting anyway. So really, what's the point? Now, of course, Broner, he's probably just heard about the $1 billion deal and he wants a large slice of that. There's bigger, better investments out there than you, boy. Far better. I don't particularly agree with Eddie Hearn trying to sign Chavez Jr., but I know in Mexico he's very popular, so maybe there's some kind of maybe it's smart business. I don't know. Personally, I'm not a big fan of Julio Chavez Jr. I'm just not bothered by him at all. But Mikey Garcia, I'd like that one. I really would. But anyway, we'll have to wait and see. I'm expecting Keith Thurman to be offered something if he hasn't already, and a few others, of course. But for me, Adrien Broner, you're a fool. You were stupid to turn down Rock Nation, and nobody should be offering you anything. But here you are, guaranteed purse, guaranteed fights. Go ahead, go sit on a shelf where people just aren't bothered by you. Because as of right now, I don't want to be rude, you're an undercard fighter. Really, you are. But anyway, drop your thoughts below. Click that thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.